Hello, gamers. I have a Sapling set for you guys. If you don't know what Sapling is, I explained it thoroughly on my previous video, but it's basically a better version of the game's ranked. This is a platinum set against Amsa. Link in the description for Amsa's channel goes up to him. This is one of the many games we played. We played a best of 15 because we're stupid. But yeah, jump right in. And if I see this shop, I'm feeling kinda goofy. I'm feeling kinda experimental. So I go with this. I buy the beaver with the otter, and now I'm thinking I want to make a big beaver. And when I see this apple, apple on the beaver. This is not very traditional to do in. Oh, super auto name. This is not very traditional to do in Turtle Pack these days. You usually want three pets to start, and yeah, we take a loss. And especially this is not great against Starpack. He's playing Starpack, because they have a lot of ways of dealing with one big unit. They have, of course, the seaweed to get an urchin. They have toad. They have fossa, and something we'll get to later. But I'm seeing these shops. I'm getting everything I want. I have the beaver level, the otter level, and I'm thinking, yeah, why not? As I said, this is a best of 15, so I was just trying to get silly. Yeah, we don't win the round there. And going down on lives against Starpack is really scary. You really don't want to give them a head start. So I take my level like this, so then the other level can buff a scaler, and we get Giraffe Rabbit. That's interesting. I take the bunny, and then I get double bunny. Still very scary. I'm just running a 3 squad that's doing nothing in battle. But if I can survive somehow, I have two rabbits to go to the moon. Here he's going Shima Naga. He really likes this line. And yeah, this is a lot of tempo for him. Down to 4 for me. But I just go with the double bunny. Let's see if it actually can keep up. I shouldn't really take this otter. I roll into 3 more otters. But I also get an apple. I think I just froze roll to find an extra apple because apple is so good with double rabbit here. But then I come to my senses and I leave the others behind. Maybe no. I'm on 4 lives, so I don't think I can take those others. But now I have an 8-14 on turn 4. But still, it's just not enough. I'm down to 3. I've been losing every fight. Like, I need to come up with something to start winning. I think Garlic can maybe do some work. With the nerf, it's not a guaranteed round win for me now. Apple is still decent value here. And then I just take a cupcake because I have to start winning some rounds. And it's also technically a peach for long term. He gets Mantis. He wants to set up like a Mantis Shima and Naga engine where he just keeps fainting strawberry guys and getting Shimas, and eventually the Shima is gonna be level 3. But he kills a Stork, so the Stork spawn is gonna appear, not the Shima. At this point, I'm like, stats, stats, stats. I'm just trying to get over the line with stats. And I even buy this nail for even more HP. I'm down to 2 on turn 6. I didn't remember it like this. But I believe this is the round where my beaver starts. Yeah, it actually starts becoming way too big for him to deal with. The mantis is not scaling attack quick enough as I'm scaling HP. So yeah, the snail did his job for the round. I take this out. This is really greedy, and I get punished by hitting the small bunny. I go another cupcake because I can't really afford losing lives, and I probably should take this deer because it's decent tempo. Yeah, there's another deer. And at this point, I'm worried that he might pull the tech that I know he can to just decimate my team. But I just have to trust that he doesn't have it yet. The Mantis is still level 1. Here come the Shimas, but my beaver final is big enough to start trading. More pairs seems sensible. Bought a lot of pairs. It's a 1437. It's a 1641. It's a big boy. I get rid of the otter. It wasn't really doing much. Then I find more deer. Yeah, again, I'm like trying to balance scaling and tempo, which is really important in general for verses. I'm greeting this beaver being humongous while getting this deer to not lose the round. And this deer, of course, I'm gonna put in the work. And there's the guy. There's the guy I was talking about, Ibex. Enemy hurt or push, remove 70% of the health. And I know that if this beaver somehow gets the Ibex trigger, I'm dead. So that's what I have in mind at the moment that he found this. And he found two of them. Maybe he found a blob pill? But no, he probably just found two Ibex. But yeah, I have now recognized my lose con, and this is really important to on versus recognizing how can you lose a game and how is the opponent trying to make you lose a game. And for the whole mid game that I was buffing this beaver, I knew Ibex can just destroy me. So I now have to find a way to guarantee myself to not die to the Ibex. I luckily dodged it because I had the deer in front. I will keep moving. Take the deer level, find a tier 6. Fly can definitely help. It doesn't have a lot of HP. Yeah, that works. And then I don't really find anything on the shop. Bear may still be good with the rabbit, it's a lasagna. And there's the guy. There's the guy I was talking about. Um, this is a line that not a lot of people see, but when you're running into Ibex, buy like an elephant or a badger that can just throw a little bit of chip damage to a throwaway unit, and that damage is what wastes the Ibex. So if we jump into battle, more pairs because why not? Just buy lasagnas on turn 9. So if we go into the battle, you see the elephant wastes the trigger for the Ibex. That gives him another round win here. Bang. And I was down to 2 to 2, so I'd have to do this 2 more times. The thing is, now I'm concerned because you have to reach these situations escalating them, if that makes sense. In the sense of, okay, I dealt with the Ibex now. What can he do now to counter what I'm doing? And the easy answer is, well, get the Ibex to level 2 because the elephant is realistically only doing 1 damage, and then try to run something into the beaver, and then I can lose. But also there's Carmel. If you don't know, Carmel throws a little bit of damage to the highest health unit, so that pretty much targets my beaver, and it gives the Ibex triggers to the beaver. So my next step is one, trying to waste two Ibex triggers, and two, trying to protect the beaver against a Caramel. So let's see what I do in this turn. I of course buy more pairs because I just want the guy to be bigger, I guess. They're lasagnas, and I'm not sure who I'm keeping. But yeah, I see the second elephant. You know what? Two elephants, throw two rocks. It can screw up an ibex, and that's the element I was missing, a melon. Because if I put a melon on that beaver, if he has a caramel, yeah, he pops the melon, but it doesn't go through, so the ibex doesn't trigger on the beaver. The double elephant in this round didn't really matter because he didn't get the level 2 ibex, but it was good protection. And yeah, my ibex, not my ibex, my beaver keeps surviving, and I win the round. He's down to lethal. I find a pill with the pear frozen. I bought so many pairs, and I think putting the pear on the oh yeah yeah, this was a complete misplay for a lot of reasons. One, because I shouldn't be buying pairs on turn 11, especially since I don't have the rabbit anymore. I think I just forgot that I didn't have the rabbit. And misplay in the sense of the funny, because I could get this beaver up to 50 HP, and that would be funny. But yeah, I find a pill on the open slot with the food frozen for my turtle. So now I'm playing again around the potential caramel coming. I get a fly out of it, so a little bit extra gold that allows me to cycle this cow. And again, I could have put both milks on the beaver, but for winning the game, maybe it's just better to reallocate them. And I don't see anything on the shop to sell the cow for, so I just run it like this. I just waste the elephant on the cow. It's a funny screenshot. That's why I made it the thumbnail. But yeah, he didn't get Ibex level 2. So my double elephant not being here doesn't really matter. And yeah, he misses the cocoa bean there. I think he had a 50-50 or of hitting either my beaver or my fly with the cocoa bean. And I think if he hits the beaver, he draws. I think so, because my fly, I think, was out of triggers. But yeah, he misses the 50-50. I get the win. Yeah. How does Coke close this kind of videos watching replays? I forgot. I haven't seen a Coke video in a while. But yeah, hopefully you learned something. Hopefully you learn about loose cons and how to play around them. And yeah, see you next time.